Welcome. Today we'll be learning about one of the most powerful features in HardDollar, known as the Bid Wizard. The Bid Wizard is used to leverage cost data from past projects and templates that you've created, and to be able to bring that information into new projects that you're working on, so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel when putting new projects together. To do so, we'll use a job today called the process job, and you'll notice that I've created 3 deliverable pay items in this project. I currently don't have any cost defined on these. For that, let's go to the cost breakdown structure. In the cost breakdown structure, you'll notice that I've started to break down my items into a little bit more detail, but I'm ready to access my past project information to bring cost data from those historic projects into this new project that I'm working on. To do so, I simply come up to the icon for the Bid Wizard, which is located on my toolbar. Simply click on Bid Wizard, and it brings up a step-by-step window for me to use for the Bid Wizard. You'll notice that down in the bottom left corner I have an area called Default Source Job. I can click on here and define a job that I'm going to use for all of my cost information if I want to access just one project to bring in all of my costs. However, in this case, we're going to select from 2 different source jobs. And let's start off with our concrete item. For this concrete item, we're going to click in my source job column. And when I click in there, it brings up the listing of all of my past projects that I've been working on. And it also brings up different storehouses of information where, for example, I have one particular project that stores all of my concrete cost items that I commonly use. So we're going to go ahead and select that particular source job. Once I do so, I can then select the particular CBS codes, in other words, the cost items that are stored in that storehouse of all of my concrete items. In this case, we'll select foundations over 50 cubic yards, which is the particular item that I need. And notice when I select this item that it's going to bring along with it all of the child items that are connected with it. For the other 2, let's go ahead and select from a different project. In this case, I have a separate template where I store all of my process piping assembly items. I simply click OK and can select then for my process pipe. And I now can continue with the same kind of process, and for each of those items select from the process pipe storehouse the particular items that I need. Once the items are selected, I click Finish, and it brings up a prompt for me. This is to let me decide, do I want to use the quantities and the shift arrangements from the source job or the new job? In this case, we're going to select the new job. At that point, we then see it draw the information from those past projects and bring it into my new project, eliminating all of the time that would have been spent with me creating those cost items over again manually. Notice that it brought in the superior cost items along with all the child elements below it. And if I expand any one of these, you'll notice that it brought in any resources along with it. In this case, a concrete crew, which I can expand further and see the individual resources along with it. The resources that make up the crew, the costs, and the production all can be changed once I bring this information in. So for this time around in this process job, for example, perhaps we need 5 carpenters instead of 3. I can make any of those kinds of changes on the fly. This wraps up the lesson for bringing in costs from our cost history using the Bid Wizard.